Welcome everyone. Any other map lovers in here? Darn.
Oh, I like maps.
You like maps?
Maybe I was then.
Atlas.
When you were a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love looking at atlases. And we used to get National Geographic when I was a kid, and I would always pull out the maps. And I actually had a box in my... Yes?
Maybe.
Maybe. Deanna? Google Maps? Mary? Yes. Joanne?
I want to say I tried looking up like a house on a street.
Okay.
And I did a satellite view. Is that Google? Or
Yeah,
that is Google?
probably, yeah. So the thing I like about Google Maps is there's a lot of interesting features and it's very accurate. And so there's a lot of other map programs out there, but Google Maps is supposed to be one of the best. So since there's so many options, we might as well try to learn about the best option, which is Google Maps. So what is Google Maps? What can you do with Google Maps? Any ideas?
Find things?
Yes, definitely. We can find things. It's free, too. It's free and it's online, okay? And we can access it through these computers that we have here. We can also access it if you have any mobile devices. So I access it a lot through my phone, but sometimes even through an iPad. So any laptop. And then this is what we know mostly. You can get step-by-step directions that you can follow. And on a mobile device, you can listen to them. So it's great when you're driving. You're not like fumbling around looking for your paper, or somebody's reading it to you and then you have an argument with them about, but you told me to turn left. No, I said turn right. Oh, okay. So you can hear it. But in addition to driving, you can get public transportation. Step by step, you can get schedules, different options for public transportation. You can get biking directions and ideal routes, not just take this street. Like I moved to Lisle recently and I wanted to go biking and I ended up on Route 53. I didn't use Google Maps. I thought I was going to die. Yeah, I got off the bike and pushed it on the side of the road. You can also get walking directions. So you're out somewhere and you want to find a place, you can actually get on a device and get ideal walking directions. Yeah, I know, we can get everything. Here's what I really like too. You can avoid tolls. Tolls are pretty expensive these days, so you can find ways to go places without paying tolls. You can see the traffic. Google will suggest ideal routes to avoid the traffic. So last weekend, for example, I was going way on the north side, and Google took me around a traffic jam. And I probably saved like 15 minutes going around that traffic jam. And then you can also share your location. So you're meeting a friend someplace, and you know how it is, and your friend, where are you? Oh, I'm blah, blah, blah. Well, I don't see you. Well, I'm there. What are you wearing? You know, you can actually share a location with friends. And then something I really like too is you, like Joanne was talking about, you can see photos of places and you can use satellite pictures to actually see the surroundings. So that's pretty interesting too. So it's a what do you call that? 3-dimensional map? 2-dimensional map? I don't know. So it's not just flat. You can see the building. 3-dimensional. Okay. Thank you. All right. So how do we get to Google Maps? Very easy on the computers. We can just type in maps.google.com. So if you want to go ahead and open up the internet and type that address in, hopefully you will see this map. Okay, so we've got these 4 corners that have different options in them, and we're going to look at each of them. But first we're going to just learn about how to manipulate the map. So I'm going to demonstrate that and then explain it a little bit. It's very easy. If you just click and hold on your map, you see that you get those 4 arrows, and so you can move around on the map. So left click and hold, and you can move around on the map.
Click on your mouse.
So left click and hold.
Yeah, there. See? Yeah.
Then you can also, with the scroll bar, you know the scroll wheel that's in the middle of the mouse, you can zoom out,
Oh. Oops.
way out, and you can zoom in. So those are two ways of just manipulating what you see on your screen in case you want to change that. Now, right now, these computers can't identify where we are exactly. But on a mobile device, you can usually, when you pull up the map, it'll identify where you are, and you'll see usually a little blue circle that shows your location. So what we're going to do just to help the map right now is up on this top menu, up here where the 3 lines are and it says Search Google Maps, we can put in an address or we can put in the name of a location, which is pretty cool because you know how sometimes you're going somewhere and you're like, what's the address? Ah, what is the address of that place? I don't know, I know it's on the corner of this and that or something. But with Google Maps, because it's so sophisticated, you can actually put in the names of most places, organizations, businesses. So let's type up in there, so left click up in there so you see the cursor, and let's type People's Resource Center. And you might see it start to come up. It'll start to recognize it. I know, isn't that cool?
And a picture to boot.
And we have a picture of the front door. Yeah.
Was this place actually provided them with the picture? Or do they do that on their own?
They do that on their own. You can send pictures in. You can actually contribute to Google Maps. I haven't done that yet, but I thought that was pretty interesting. But no, they do this. They have satellites that take pictures.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this is a satellite picture.
Okay.
You could look up your house. There was a picture taken of your house.
Yeah, we're going to do that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, mine had my car in the driveway, so it's been with me the last 7 years.
Yeah, sometimes they show the date of the picture. It's because I know I looked at some of these and I'm like, what? That's really old. The construction is not even there. Okay, so we've seen how area we can click and hold and drag the map around. So we've seen that. And now we've seen our location, okay? But most of the time, people are using these maps to get directions. So how do we get directions? If you go back up where you put People's Resource Center in the search box, you see if you hover over those 3 lines, it says menu. Things on the map, okay? So first of all, if we wanted to change, we could have this all in satellite view. So if you click on that, you see now the map is all from above actual satellite pictures, and you can lot. See if anybody's parked illegally over here. No, I don't think so. But you can see they hadn't even started the construction across the street. So that's one thing we can do, and we can also, these are toggles. So if you go back to the menu and you hit satellite again, it'll switch off. So you can switch on, switch off. Okay, what else is on the menu? So click the menu again, go down below satellite, and we can see traffic. So if we click on that, you'll see at the bottom of the screen the guide here that shows if there's light traffic, green, People's Resource Center today when you came, and there still seems to be. It's going a little slow out front. But all the green areas, we can scroll out to see how are things in the area. A little bit of traffic like in the downtown over here, downtown Wheaton. Over here by College Avenue where the train station is. Okay, so we can see the traffic. Then if you scroll down, let's click off the traffic and go back to the menu, and we'll see transit. So Transit will show you the train stations. Does anybody take the Metra into Chicago from Wheaton or? Well, this shows you the train route and the stations. It does not show bus stations, unfortunately. I'm not sure why, but that would be a suggestion, something important to have. Maybe there's just too many.
Oh, the stops, or you mean station? Actually, like the railroad has the,
It doesn't show the bus stops.
there you go.
Yeah, but it will show you directions for taking the bus when we go to directions. Okay, so that is transit. This is pretty cool too, bicycling. The dark green is trails. Those are actual trails. So like it shows, I don't know if you know, behind us is the Prairie Path. You can actually take the Prairie Path all the way to Oak Park if you go east. So this shows you the Prairie Path behind us. There's another route up here you can see. So those are all actual bicycle trails. They also show dedicated lanes with a light green color or bicycle-friendly routes. So a street not like Route 53, but a street that would be, you know, friendly to a bicycle. Maybe there's even, you know, just a lot less traffic there. And then dirt unpaved trails in this, like, I guess brownish reddish color. So that's pretty cool too. We can find bike trails in the area. And then the last one over here in the menu that we're going to look at, so we'll switch off bicycling, is terrain. This kind of cracks me up because is there really a lot of terrain out here? But let's say you go to some, you know, area, Colorado, right? So you can see what the terrain is going to be like. Honestly, when I clicked it, and see how that works.
Does it say Prairie Path?
Does it say Prairie Path? I don't know. Let's click on that bicycling.
If you move your mouse over here, maybe it does. Just,
Yeah, it does.
yeah, I don't see the path, but I don't see the
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I don't either. I'm trying to just get close. Oh, here we go. If you get really close to it, so if you use your scroll wheel to zoom in, and then you can see here it says Illinois Prairie Path main stem. So we're going to work on getting some directions. So we know where the main menu is, where those 3 lines are. And we clicked on that, and we explored these, the satellite, traffic, transit, bicycling, terrain. All right, and now we're going to go for some directions. So do you see the blue diamond with the white arrow in it? So if you click on that, it says directions, and there we go. So we get this box. All right, and pretty straightforward. What you do with the box is type in your start address on the first line, or if you don't know the address, type in the name of the place. Then type in the end address on the bottom line. If you want to add another address, a third address, you can do that too. So I'm going to actually do People's Resource Center here in Wheaton, and I'm going to do directions to our other location in Westmont. So you see that once you type in the 2 addresses, you get options that come up automatically, different options. Did you come from Wheaton, from Westmont today? Did you come on 355?
Yeah.
I don't either. See, I don't like taking 355, but
That's because you got to pay a toll.
exactly. That's it. I want to save money. Right. So this is telling me to go on 355 for my ideal route. Now, if I want to avoid the tolls, I click up here to options. Do you see that in capital letters, options? I click that. And this box comes up. And we can click these squares to avoid highways. I have a friend who does not like to drive on highways. She will not drive on highways. So I'm like, this is perfect for you. You can get anywhere. So you could click on that. Or I just want to avoid tolls. So I'm going to click on that and then close it. And then brightest. You can choose any of these. And then once you click on it, you see it'll give you the details. It's going to get worse in a few minutes, so I'm not going to do that. So I'll go back. And I'll choose a different way. So you can click onto any of the, right? How is that going to help you when you're in the car?
You pick one of the three.
Pick one of the three, and then do what? Remember it? I won't remember it.
No, it should list the steps.
Right, I've got the steps listed. And then you can go up here to the top, and you see the printer icon? Or the phone icon? If you have a mobile phone, printer, and you see you get two options. I usually, if I'm really going to print directions, I try not to waste paper with the map because I can't really see the map anyway. So I usually just choose print text only. And then you see, you can click up here and print it. And you get all the details, and you get the visual too of straight, left, right, right. You get these little directions here. Okay, so the other thing we looked at the beginning, remember up here at this on this menu, we looked at showing the traffic, showing the transit, bicycling, and terrain. So right now when we're doing the directions, you see the car symbol here, so we've shown the driving directions. But you can also show the bus directions. And what's really great about the bus directions is it actually gives you the next bus, how long it takes to walk to that bus station, how often the bus comes, and what the bus numbers are. So if I wanted to go from PRC Wheaton here and go to Westmont by bus, I could do the directions and click on the bus symbol up here, and then it would tell me. And it actually shows, of course, on the map how we're going to go. So that's pretty interesting because I've always found buses very confusing. And I think sometimes I would like to take the bus or I'd like to take the train, but what am I going to do? Ask at the bus? Or ask someone at People's Resource Center? I might get the right information, but you can go to Google Maps and get that information. Or
Would this tell you about as the trains or the buses from Union Station?
yes. So that's a good question. So let me go up here and let's put something in Chicago. Let's say I'm going to go from here. Okay. Oops. If I could type, that would be good. And I want to go, where do you go in Chicago? Where would you like to go? The Art Institute? And I had already, remember when we were doing the directions before, I had already clicked on the bus. So now it's showing me the bus and the train. So you see the BNSF? Oh, I have the wrong address. I don't have People's Resource Center. I wonder why it was taking me to Naperville. Hang on, let me go back up here and change that. So, People's Resource Center. There we go. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. So, actually, to get downtown to the Art Institute would only take about an hour and 30, or just click up here, X, and we are out of that. All right, so we've done from here to the Glen Ellen Library. Let's try that. So how are we going to do that? Any ideas, suggestions? What's the first step?
Tell them where we are.
Okay. So we're going to type in here, People's Resource Center. And then what's next?
Where we're going.
Where do I type in where we're going? I got to click on directions, right? And here, if you look at my blue directions box, what happened? I don't know how this happened, but we can fix it. What happened?
It's on the bottom line instead of the starting point.
Yeah, so we're starting here and we're going to the Glen Ellen Library, but this has People's Resource Center on the bottom line. So how can I change that to put that at the top line?
The arrows.
The arrows, exactly. So you see these arrows in the right middle? We just click that once. So this is great if you want to see reversing directions.
And where are we going in Glen Ellen?
We're going to go to the we're going to walk to the Glen Ellen Library. So on the second line, type Glen Ellen Library.
Down where you get a triple click. There you go.
Glen Ellen Public Library. Okay, and what is this showing?
We're going to take 39 minutes.
So this is driving, but I want to switch it to walking, right?
And we'll, yeah.
So at the top, I click this person up here on the top. Walking.
Walk instead. Let's do a car.
There we go.
Oh, just do this.
Yeah. Not bad. I can walk to the library in, yeah, 40 minutes. So you can always check if you're going somewhere and you know it's kind of close by and you want to walk. You can check and see.
Bicycle?
Okay, or let's bicycle. Let's see how long that's supposed to take.
Ooh, 12 minutes, 10 minutes, depends. Wow, that's it.
What I really like about this bicycle option too is that it took you automatically to the prairie path instead of on a street. So it's giving you the ideal route is to go on the prairie path instead of going on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been on the prairie path that direction.
The prairie path goes right next to the library.
Yeah, it does.
I
Yeah.
always go the other way
Exactly.
toward
It is. It's right off of the, yep, exactly. It is. Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so let me get back here and I'll show you a couple more things. So we've done a lot, excuse me, we've done a lot with this main menu, right? So I don't know how you feel about going to new places, but sometimes this is how I feel. I'm really wondering where I'm going. Even though I have good directions or I have my phone talking to me, even my friends, they'll always say, well, what does the place look like? How will I know I'm there? What does it look like? So what's really interesting about Google Maps is that you can use something called Street View. This is even better than satellite. I mean, satellite's interesting because you see it from above, but Street View, so this is the front of People's Resource Center from Street View. So if you were coming to People's Resource Center for the first time and you really wanted to know what does it look like, you could use Street View. This is another option, okay? And basically the way to use Street View is you use this little yellow peg man or peg woman and you drag him up or her up onto the map and it changes the map to Street View. So let's look where that is. So down in the bottom right, you see the little peg person. And I'm going to drag that. I'm going to click and drag that person up because I'm going to the Glen Ellen Library. I'm going to click them up to the Glen Ellen Public Library. Put them there. So you know what the place looks like that you're going. But what you can also do, let me go back to my peg person here. Look, there I am on my bike. So you can, with your mouse, you can manipulate around 360 degrees. And there, oh, I see the library. There it is. And you can scroll in with your wheel to see a picture of where you're going. And you can explore the area. Well, what else is, what's across the street?
And here you try like, click and drag.
Look, there's the Prairie Path.
And click and dragging.
And, oh, there's train tracks. Okay, last thing we're going to do is sharing a location. So you remember at the beginning, it's much easier on a mobile device to share your location, which I can show you later. But if you were on a computer and you wanted to share your location, you need to find the icon that says share. So let's say I'm at the Glen Ellen Library. So once I type in the Glen Ellen Public Library, and you see the picture comes up, and there's a little symbol here that says share. Okay, and this is the way people actually put maps into websites too, if you wanted to put a map into a website. So you click on share, and then you'll see that this box comes up, and the box says share the link, and the link is highlighted. So when something is highlighted like this, you can copy it and you can paste it into something. So for a desktop, the only way really you could share that, maybe through Facebook, you could probably do it through Facebook, but through email. So I could copy this, and then I could go and open up an email. Well, anyway, I'll just show you in a document because the email is going to take too long. So let's imagine this is an email, and then since I copied that address, I would right-click and paste it, and I'd say, hey Mary, this is a map of where to meet me on Saturday. And I can send it to her. So especially if you have friends who say, I don't know where I'm meeting you. I don't know where that is. Where is that Jack Straws? Then you can send them a map. If you have a few minutes, I also wanted to show you the differences with Google Maps on the desktops, which you've practiced, and then Google Maps on some mobile devices. So if I hit here, this will...
yeah, I don't have my
Head west on
location.
East Liberty Drive towards South Naperville Road.
It will start
Okay.
talking, tells me when I'm going to get there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I like that too. And like I said before, when I was using this weekend, it took me around the traffic. So it tries to keep you on the fastest route. So it changed the directions. So that's nice too, because you know when you print out directions, you may have done it a couple of days beforehand
Yeah.
or something, so you can't see the current traffic.
Yeah,
But on a
it's gonna be
smartphone,
different, yeah.
it'll adjust to the current traffic conditions. So the differences with the computer and then the mobile apps, we just saw you can use voice navigation, you can hear the directions, you can get your current location easily when you're using a mobile device. And then another thing which we've seen also with the street view is you can explore places around you with the mobile app. Okay? So thank you very much for coming and learning about Google Maps today.